Rolex's pricing? Yeah, it's up, down, and all over the place. But have you ever paused to think about which models are kinda just sitting there, not flying off the shelves? Well, today, we're spilling all the Rolex secrets. First, we're going to take a peek at which watches are collecting dust and which ones are selling out so fast. Plus, we'll jump into the freshest trends shaking up the market as of July 2024. It's a tough pill to swallow, but even some of Rolex's top-tier models are not exactly hotcakes right now. Turns out, even the big shots can feel the pinch when consumer tastes and economic winds shift. So let's dive deep and see what's really up with these legendary tickers. Number 1. Rolex GMT. Let's kick off our list with a model that's taking it slow this season. The Rolex GMT, specifically the root beer mix of rose gold and steel. Normally this model doesn't stay on our shelves long enough to gather any dust, but July has been unusually quiet. If you've been tuning into our updates, you might recall this beauty was a top seller just a few shakes of a lamb's tail ago. Currently, new models are priced just under $18,000 retail, with ours nudging a bit higher at $18,000 to $18,900. We're asking about 5 to 10% over Rolex's sticker price, which we reckon is still a pretty good bargain. However, thanks to a recent price hike, this popular pick has reluctantly shuffled into the slow lane. But don't worry, the Rolex market can flip faster than a Minnesota minute, so we're keeping our fingers crossed for a comeback by late summer. And it's not all quiet on the Western Front. Take the Bluesy, for example. This one's an absolute rock star. Despite its grand price tag of around $17,000, it flies off our shelves quicker than we can say sold. The pre-owned ones are almost stealing the show, fetching just under list price at about $15,600, while the brand new 202 models are doing a brisk trade at or just above list. This watch isn't just a favorite at LWC, it's practically royalty. It laughs in the face of market swings, proving time and again that it's a keeper. We grab every Bluesy we can lay our hands on because, trend or no trend, it's always in high demand. Before we dive back into the action, why not become part of something exclusive? Join the opulent Oasis crew. Just hit that subscribe button for the freshest, most cutting-edge updates. Now let's get back into the swing of things. So let's dive into the Rolex roller coaster we've been riding this month. Ever tried snagging a Rolex Pepsi lately? It's about as rare as a quiet day on the internet. These beauties have become the unicorns of the watch world. Those of you who follow our channel know we're all about scooping up the latest and greatest. And how do we keep our finger on the pulse? Thanks to your calls, you tell us about the Pepsis dangled by authorized dealers. But lately, these calls have been as sparse as hen's teeth. Just this week, we snagged a shiny new 2024 Oyster Bracelet Pepsi, which we swiftly passed on to one of our eager collectors. It's already making waves in his showcase. On the flip side, it seems like pre-owned Pepsis are making a comeback. Perhaps some of you are deciding not to cling to them like a favorite old hoodie, or maybe it's just time for a fresh start. We've scooped up a good half dozen of the GMTs on the Gile bracelet recently, and it looks like there are more on the horizon. And speaking of rare finds, let's not forget about the Pikachu, my personal favorite and just as elusive. This watch pops in and out of sight like a mischievous ghost. We caught an old 16 reference just the other day, listing it at a cool $35,000 to $36,000, and poof, it vanished faster than you can say sold. The new 2024 models, we've glimpsed a few, but they disappear faster than a plate of cookies at a kid's party. It's always a thrilling hunt for us and our clients, who are ready to pounce the moment these watches land. What else is stirring up the market this year? The trend of swapping multiple watches hasn't slowed down. It's like a game of musical chairs with high stakes. Over at LWC, it feels like we're hosting a watch exchange party, with clients trading 2, 3, even 4 watches at a go. It's no longer just about swapping out the Lone Ranger. Now it's about shuffling entire collections, which means more action and opportunities for everyone. All right, let's roll right into the highlight reel of our top sellers for 2024. We've broken it down into 3 tiers for you, and kicking things off at number 1 is the GMT range. No shocker here. It's the steel models, who knew? Apparently steel is the new black in the world of Rolex. Number 2. Rolex Daytona. Let's pull back the curtain on our number 2 bestseller, and you might need to sit down for this. It's the Daytona range. Particularly, the Oysterflex models have been almost impossible to keep in stock. Take the Daytona Ghost, for instance. This watch is as elusive as a quiet coffee shop on a Monday morning. Then there's the Pikachu models, both the new and old references. The newer ones have been outpacing the older, mostly because we've been lucky enough to snag more of them. And the Sundust. This rose gold beauty has been winning hearts, especially overseas. Just 2 days ago, we shipped another brand new one to a client far away. Now, not to be outshone, the new Paul Newman in yellow gold has been turning heads and opening wallets consistently over the past month. But the cream of the crop? The Panda. This darling sells for between $27,000 and $28,000 and is as hard to get your hands on as a good username on a new social media site. With a retail price nudging $135,000, owning one is like holding a golden ticket. It's been our top Daytona seller for 2024, making it the starting line for many watch-collecting journeys, and the finish line for some. Number 3. Rolex Submariners. And now for the grand finale, topping our charts for July 2024, it's the Submariner range, swimming laps around the competition. This lineup has been splashing its way into the hearts of collectors, from the deep green of the Hulk to the caffeinated buzz of the Starbucks model, each making a splash and quickly finding their new homes. But the true anchor of our sales? The Submariner Steel Date. This watch has been nothing short of a sales leviathan, moving at the speed of 2, 3, even 4 a day. Let's spotlight the 41mm new model, which has quickly become the first Rolex for many, a real gateway into the world of luxury timepieces. Stepping into our boutique with visions of GMTs or Date Just 41s dancing in your head, we've got plenty to show you. But here's a nugget of wisdom. Don't get caught in a net trying to snag a watch that does it all from the get-go. Start with the Submariner. It's versatile enough to be worn daily and sturdy enough to handle a dive or a dine-out. Thinking about leveling up later, that's when you reel in the big fish like a GMT or a flashy Jubilee. But beginning with the Submariner is like setting sail with the wind in your sails. It's reliable, robust, and effortlessly cool. Let's not forget the Submariner No Date, our top seller, and honestly a personal crush of mine. Clean, classic, and as cool as the deep blue sea it's named after. It first surfaced back in 1952 and hasn't gone out of style since. Seeing its resurgence in popularity is like watching your favorite band's comeback tour. Absolutely thrilling. Now it's your turn to jump in. What's catching your eye? Any surprises in today's lineup that you're itching to get your hands on? Or maybe you've got your own predictions for the next big Rolex trend? Let us know in the comments. Don't just watch from the sidelines, be part of our luxury watch fam. Hit that subscribe button, drop us a like if you enjoyed the scoop, and share this video with your fellow watch enthusiasts. Stay tuned for more bling, bang, and horological discussions right here. Remember, whether you're starting your collection or looking to add that elusive piece, we're here to make it happen.